Hey, love. Welcome back to Lux Unfiltered. Today's episode is about something I've honestly had a really weird, tangled up relationship with, and maybe you have too. Intuition. Not the buzzword version, not the spiritual girl boss version. I mean, the real experience of what it's like when you're trying to hear your own inner voice, but you don't really know if it's intuition, trauma, ADHD, impulsivity, people pleasing, or just pure gremlin in there. Because if you grew up getting gaslit by family, friends, society, or even just your own brain chemistry, it's really hard to tell which voice inside you is the one you're supposed to listen to. And when people say, just trust yourself, I don't know about you, but it used to piss me off. Like, trust what exactly? The part of me that's been wrong before? The part of me that's second guessing everything? The part of me that talks myself out of even having needs? Yeah, it's messy, but also it's fixable. And today we're going to talk about how to start actually hearing yourself again. So first things first, I do believe that the universe provides. I do believe that there's something bigger than me, whatever you want to call it, that's throwing me a rope when I'm drowning and tiny little stepping stones when I thought that there was no way forward. But if I'm honest, I've spent a huge chunk of my life believing that I wasn't deserving of any of those things. That somehow there was this giant cosmic mix-up, that the good things I got were accidents, and eventually the universe would realize it gave me the wrong address and came to take everything back. And because of that, even when my intuition was speaking to me, I didn't trust it. I thought, no, that's probably wrong. You're too emotional. You're being dramatic. You're making it up. Does that sound familiar? So if you're sat here thinking, I want to listen to myself, but I literally don't know what to listen for, you're not broken. You're just disconnected. And that disconnection is not your fault. It's often survival. It's what you learned to do when you were listening to yourself and it felt unsafe. But now it is safe, or at least safer. And rebuilding that trust doesn't have to be some huge, terrifying leap. It actually needs to start smaller than you think. Let's talk about what intuition actually feels like. And I promise you, I'm not going to throw any high vibrational frequency nonsense at you. This is how your intuition actually shows up. It's fast. It's that first voice before your overthinking layers pile everything on top. You'll get a gut nudge or a flicker of knowing. And then about 5 seconds later, your logical brain starts screaming, wait, but what if? And then, it buries that. And it's a physical response. Your intuition doesn't always come in words. It comes through your body. Maybe your stomach flips. Maybe your chest feels tighter or lighter. Maybe your shoulders relax a tiny bit or, they tense up. It's quite quiet. It's not this dramatic, booming yes or no most of the time. It's more like a soft shift, a door opening in your chest or gently closing. Almost boring, honestly, which is why it's so easy to miss if you're expecting fireworks. When I first started trying to reconnect with mine, I realized something. I was trying way too hard. I was treating intuition like an exam because I treat everything like an exam. Like there's a right answer, and if I didn't pick it, I was going to fail, and the universe would fail, and I would fail my whole life. But intuition doesn't work like that. It's less like solving a puzzle and more like following a trail of little clues. You don't need to get it right. You just need to notice that you've pulled. And that's a weird way to phrase it, but you need to be willing to trust that you're drawn to it, and that pull is that one little step. So let's break this down into actual things that we can do, because hearing just trust yourself without a plan is about as useful as hearing just calm down when you're mid-panic attack. So let's go. Step 1, give yourself intuition and give yourself a playground for your intuition. You're not allowed to start with like life-changing decisions. You're starting with the smallest shit possible. Which mug do you want to drink from? What song do you want to hear next? Which path feels better to walk down today? And here's the key. Do not overthink it. Don't weigh the pros and cons. Don't worry about what should be picked. Just follow the very first pull you feel, however small. That's intuition practice. That's reps at the gym, let's say. Step 2, build your body compass. This one changed everything for me. I'm incredibly disconnected with my body, and I know this, and I have to actively work to get out of my head and into my body. So here's how we do it. Sit quietly for 2 minutes. Think about a yes moment. Something that made you feel like genuine, full body yes in your life. It could be something tiny, like a day you didn't want to end or a hug that felt perfect. Notice where that feeling lives in your body. Is it warm? Is it opening? Is it lightness? Is it a deep breath? Now think about a no moment, a time you ignored yourself and regretted it. What happens in your body when you remember it? Tightening? Heaviness? Shallow breathing? Nausea? This is your map. Your yeses and nos will almost always feel like this. Next time you're stuck in a decision, even something dumb like what socks to wear, check your body. Is it giving you a yes signal or a no signal? Step 3, you got to practice receiving, not forcing. Another mistake I make very early on is treating my intuition like something I had to chase down. Like if I just journaled hard enough or meditated hard enough, I'd wring an answer out of the universe. But intuition doesn't really respond to pressure. The universe doesn't like that shit. It likes gratitude. It likes slow. It's like trying to catch a butterfly by chasing it into a net. You're just going to scare it off. Instead, try asking, universe, show me what I need to know about this, and then get on with your life. Just wait. Notice. Don't try to make signs happen. Just keep your eyes open. Sometimes a lyric will hit you sideways. Sometimes a random conversation will drop the answer in your lap. Sometimes you'll just suddenly know. And it won't make logical sense yet, but it feels right. That is the vibe. Okay, step 4, here's a little homework. Use the 2-pen method. This is one for my fellow ADHD brains that need a system to trick themselves into being free. Grab 2 pens. First pen, write down the thing that you're stuck on. Second pen, in a different color, answer it without lifting the pen off the page. No edits, no corrections, no thinking. You'll be amazed at what spills out when you don't give yourself time to filter it. Sometimes the answer is messy. Sometimes it doesn't make immediate sense. But often, it's the clearest voice you have. So listen. And real talk, you're going to get it wrong sometimes. You're going to follow a gut feeling and it won't work out the way you hoped. You're going to misread a nudge and end up in a situation you didn't plan for. This does not mean that you failed. This means you're learning your own language. It's like learning to dance with someone. You're going to step on each other's toes at first. But every time you try, you're going to get a little more fluent. You trust yourself just that little bit more. And that's the real win. Not perfection, just connection. If you have to take away anything from this, I hope it's this. Your intuition never left you, and it's not broken, it's not hiding, and it's not punishing you. It's just been waiting for you to come back and sit with it for long enough to hear it whisper again. You're allowed to be messy, and you're allowed to be clumsy, and you're allowed to rebuild at your own pace. And you're allowed to want guidance without feeling like you're doing life wrong just because you need help finding your own voice again. All right, love, that's what I have for you today. It was a short and sweet one. If you try any of these practices, even just one, send me a DM or email me or tell me how it goes. You're not alone in this. You are building something real, I promise. I'll leave you with this quote that's been sitting with me lately. The universe doesn't speak English. It speaks frequency. It speaks in positives. Just say what you want, not what you don't want. And every time you choose yourself, you're turning that dial just a little bit closer to hearing it. Okay. I love you. Bye.